Hello, everybody. Tanisha here. I am coming to you guys with a bariatric video. And so I was initially going to re-record these videos because they were recorded right before I had a weight loss surgery. So I decided to go ahead and put the videos up. But I wanted to go ahead and put this introduction. I'm still here. I'm still going strong. But I hope this information helps anybody who is considering this option to help them lose weight. Here coming to you guys with a video just showcasing my process with my bariatric journey and having hypothyroidism. So today I want to quickly discuss setting appointments for anybody who is cash pay and tips on how you can cut the cost, obviously. So today I'm going to be focusing on my cardiologist appointment, and I'll share that information, and then in the next video I'll talk about my sleep study. So when you're setting your appointments, if you are a cash pay person, the first thing that you want to look into is if you have any insurance, making sure that the person that you set appointments, especially with your cardiologist, is in network. That's where you're going to save a lot of money, because a cardiologist appointment can range anywhere from millions to gazillions, okay? Like, it's cardiologist, a specialty appointment. That's the point. They're usually a lot more expensive than the basic, most big doctor's visits are 120, 100 some bucks. So specialty appointments are gonna run you a lot more money. And that will weigh, because it's medical, you can put that on your insurance, even though it's a bariatric related cardiac clearance. That is something that I had to do because of my weight. And sometimes, depending on what you need done, you may be able to shop around for prices. It's okay for you to call ahead and ask how much they charge for certain things, because that's going to help you if you have to pay out for it, if you haven't met your deductible yet for the year or whatever your plan is. If you have a copay, then run on, okay? But if you're starting to have a plan where you got to do some paying, you can shop around for prices. That's the next tip I have for you. Do not be afraid to call and ask them how much they charge for stuff, because you're the one paying for it. Also, be mindful of the person that you pick. If you don't already have a regular doctor for whatever you need to get checked out, be mindful of their ratings on websites. I know that with our insurance, we have our personal app that gives personal ratings for physicians. And then we have, obviously you can Google and stuff like that. It's okay for you to get some Yelp reviews or whatever type of reviews. There's doctors versions of, like, Facebook for doctors type of things where you can review them there. Whatever you got to do it, because you want to make sure that you're comfortable with that person. Even if you're just running in there for a cardiac clearance or an EKG or whatever, you need to be comfortable. You want to make sure they have a good bedside manner. They're not just herding you off like cattle and things of that nature. I'm thankful, because anytime I thought that I was being set back, it was a setup. No, it was just, it allowed me to be put in a better position and receive better care, if that makes sense. I'm so grateful for that. So my cardiologist that I went to go see, I was not actually trying to have an appointment with that person. They had a really, really good rating, but I was going to go see the other person in the office because they had a quicker appointment, because I was trying to get this done very, very fast. Well, my husband was going out of town that week, and so I had to push my whole stuff back a week, which makes the results be back a week, which pushes the surgery back 2 or 3 weeks. So frustrating, but it's okay. Done is done. So I made the appointment with this doctor, and I was like, whatever, I made the appointment. I'm so glad I did. He was so sweet, so kind. He had a phenomenal, through the roof, 5-star stellar rating on our app, online. And when I met him in person, he was so kind, so sweet. And I even got a chance to ask him some questions about my thyroid and how that pertains to my heart health, period, because I've never been to a cardiologist. I know people like to make a lot of assumptions, as I kind of talked about in my last video with my endocrinologist. People just look at big people and they assume, they assume all these things about you. And that's just people, period. They assume stuff about everybody. We all do that. But looking at somebody and assuming they have heart disease and diabetes and all those things, that's just normal. But I never had to deal with that. And so I got a chance to ask him I've heard my endocrinologist talk to me about heart health and my thyroid, but I wanted to know how that played for me, what the suggestions were. And so I also wanted to talk to him about diabetes and heart health, because I have some family members who have diabetes, and type 1 runs in our family. I know people like to say type 2 runs in your family, because nobody runs in your family. We have some of that too. We actually have a lot of type 1 cases in our family, and I wanted to talk about that as well, to get some information about how that pertains, if that has the same issues with heart health as type 2 does. And he talked to me outside of the first part of the appointment, which the EKG from the receptionist and the nursing staff and all the old senior citizens in the office that were all there, from the nursing home to the nurse who helped me in the back to him. Everybody was phenomenal. Everybody made me feel cared for. Everybody made me feel connected and just provided me with any information that I needed. And I'm grateful for that. I have not, on this journey, I have yet to find, aside from one crazy comment from somebody, and that she didn't mean, when she said it, she didn't think it sounded crazy, but it sounded very crazy, at least on my end. But in her defense, she wasn't trying to say anything crazy. She was trying to be really supportive. But other than that kooky comment, which is nothing crazy, too off the wall, I have yet to find anybody who is not cheerleading me in this process. And I'm grateful, and I have been blessed to receive exquisite care. So now I know if I need a cardiologist, I have one. And that's another thing I would suggest too. If you are, when you're going into this, don't just look for somebody that you can look at now and move on. You make a good connection, because if that's the case, you can come back to this person. You already have your records there, and you can use them for whatever it is you need them for. Now, for those of you like myself who have never had any heart issues or heart dealings or readings or whatever, other than you getting something like something on your finger when you go have a baby. Other than that, I've never had anybody check my heart or nothing like that, other than my pulse reading, so with my fingers. So the EKG was real simple. It was nothing like I had imagined, and stayed up a week and did not sleep for. I don't know why I did that. Basically, you strip. I should have definitely worn a skirt, because I wore a dress. So that's just a note. Okay, wear a skirt. Wear a skirt. Okay. Or wear 2 pieces. That's my point. You at least keep your bottoms on. But I wore a dress. So, but you do strip. You get in your robe. They hook the stuff up to you. And then you keep your bra on, obviously, your underwear on, but still wear 2 pieces. That way your bottom's not, not just sitting there in your underwear. They hook everything up where they need to hook it up. It took all of 3-4 minutes, if that. My reading came back great. The nurse told me that. The doctor came in and confirmed that. He does the regular breathe in, breathe out stuff. Here, back, and all that stuff. And then you're good to go. So it was nothing to be fearful of or scared for. Nothing I could have studied for. I'm a big nerd. That's what was freaking me out about my cardiac test, is I couldn't study for it to fix it. Because if it was damaged, it's already done, So anywho, that's it, guys. I hope those tips helped you. But yeah, those are some good tips for picking out a cardiologist or any doctor. You just want to make sure that shopping in network, that you're looking for people who are building good relationships and rapport with their people that are coming to them. And then also you want to make sure that you are just enjoying the experience, even if it's something like getting a test done. You want to feel comfortable, because you are the customer, okay? You are the person needing assistance. All right, guys. So I hope that you enjoyed that video. There will be more coming. So you're going to see me in all different sizes, but the content is important. And I thought it was important to let me speak from where I was then. So uncomfortable and so unhappy. But God is a healer. And I'm so glad that I can look back on that footage. And I'm so glad I didn't delete it. And that I'm able to share it with somebody to help them, but that it's helping me by rewatching it and growing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to live holy, to love graciously, and to laugh often.